Hey guys, Jeff Weibel here, just walking my dog Harley here. You know what I like better than walking Harley? Big properties. And we're gonna be following on a video series here with Mikey. And Mike, he's negotiating right now for a big property. And we're gonna talk to you guys afterwards to see what the biggest property you've ever bought. But we're going to Grand Ave in London, Ontario, and we're gonna hear from Mikey all about his experiences, and let's see if he gets it.
Okay, so we're looking at this building here, 69 grand, it's 3.3 mil.
Okay, tell me, I don't even know what the story is. Is this on the MLS?
Okay, so this thing just hit MLS about a week ago. Yeah. So this hit MLS about a week ago. I'm a purpose-built, big apartment building kind of guy, so I don't look at anything smaller. So all I'm looking for in this world is apartment buildings that look like this thing on our right-hand side. It's the address is 69 grand. It's not 69 grand. It's actually 125 grand a unit. There's 27 of these apartments in here. And I just kind of want to compare with what I have. Now, obviously, you can't go in the past and say, hey, look, I bought this for $10 and now it's worth 20. I'm not going to pay 20, but I want to sell for 20. Well, that's not how the world works. So how do I go through this building and see it and compare to what I have and see what value I can put on this thing and pay sort of top dollar, but also be a buyer? Because how many guys that buy single family homes or duplexes can buy this stuff? There's not a lot of guys out there. And then there's also not a lot of guys that are big that are going to buy something that's 27 units. They all want 50, 80, 120 units. They don't want something as small as 27. Sometimes this is also a pain in the ass for them where the numbers are too high. They want too much money and it's just too much hassle. So they won't touch that. So where's that sweet spot? And that's where I am at right now in my life, where I want to get stuff that's between 20 to 50. That's where I'm at. So that's my gig. So by looking at this, it's 3.3 mil, which works at about 125K a unit. 23 of the 27 have been renovated, so that's great, except for a guy like me, is where's my upside? Where's the lift? If there's no lift, then I'm just buying basically a job, and that's the problem. So we can kind of just do a quick walk around at the building.
I like that. You see, buying a job, right?
Yeah.
So now you're just a property manager and make some rent. So like we would call that like the BRRRR strategy, right? You're trying to like buy, refinance, renovate, repeat.
Yeah. Well, exactly. I mean, and that strategy. It's not so easy with big buildings,
right?
Because to get a big building, it's so time consuming. All the data you got to put there, all the fees. Like here's an example: is that when I got that offer last year for this building we're going to go to next, and my lift was from 62.5 to about 100K. Just the cancellation fee, and I have 3 years left in my deal there. Just the cancellation fee was over 200 grand. So just think about that. I'm going to pony up 200 grand just to cancel my mortgage. So you can't just get in, get out, get in, get out. It's a 5-year game, and in 5 years the market's can change, right? Like look how the last 5 years have been. So you can't. This is a buy and hold strategy. Buy and hold, and just be like, this is what I own, this is what I got, and it's building a team of decent property managers or decent guys to fix the buildings or decent guys to pick up rents or whatever strategy you have. But this is the type of stuff that I'm looking at, and this is the stuff that you should be looking at as well. If you have more than 10 properties, this is stuff you should be looking at. Whether or not you buy it for this money is a different story, but this is what you got to look at, right? So this is very clean. Like this is a clean building. Obviously, they've done some work to clean it up. All the landscaping's all clean. Right? They've put obviously a lot of time and effort into making this building look good, and that's why they want top dollar, in my opinion, at the moment. So it's hard to know what you're getting in terms of tenants, because obviously they're going to clean it up and all that stuff when they're listing it. But if you walk through the hallways and you just see sort of the wear and tear of the building, then that really gives you a good indication. So yeah, so let's see. I don't think we can get through. We can try, but no.
Yeah, you can see it's all clean. Yeah. Probably got they've cleaning person that
like they
mops the floors.
Yeah, and for sure they've put all new tiles and stuff like that to clean it up, and the railings are all done. So they spent the money in it. I mean,
do you spend a lot of money on your common areas? Because I heard that's like a pretty easy way to increase the value of your building.
Yeah, I mean, so the building we'll go to next, you're gonna see it. So there's two problems with that. One is if you spend a lot of money on common areas, and you have older tenants that don't care about the building because they're paying like $500 to $600 in rent.
Yeah.
They're not going to care about your common areas. They're only going to care about their rent, their space, and they don't give a shit about common areas. And when you get the new tenants in there that you can put common areas and you still have the old ones, right? So it's like anything else. You put one cockroach in, it scares everybody away, and that's the biggest problem. So how do you get rid of the cockroaches? And the only way you can ask top dollar is if you get rid of all the cockroaches. You get new people, you get a fresh slew of people. Well, those people stay forever is the problem. They probably won't stay forever. They're just in there for 2-3 years until they get their life together and then they move. So you have to have a balance. I think that's the biggest thing. And I also think that in this specific space, they're obviously getting top rents. It's all renovated. I don't know how many good or bad tenants they'd be in there. But you're buying at the top of the market, paying top dollar, and you're hoping people stay for a long time. And one of those three you're going to get. You can't get top dollar, you can't pay top dollar, make top money, and have great tenants.
Most people paying top dollar for rent go on to bigger and better things in London, Ontario.
It's just
right?
life. It's just life, right? Wouldn't you? Right?
Yeah.
Like, I want to live in nice
big
spots.
cities. I think you'd rent for a long time, even if you're successful. But I think in our city, you rent for a bit and then you probably go buy.
Correct. Yeah. Or location trumps it.
Yeah.
Right. Like location of being, like across the street they put something crazy and amazing that you're never going to leave. Nothing like this. See, the problem is there's nothing like this on the market, and there's nothing like this that comes often in the market. So when you get something like this, and this stuff comes out probably like once, you probably get 2 or 3 of these a year at best.
Yeah.
So when you have 2 of these a year at best, you try to be creative and you start to buy stuff like that because there's like nothing else for me to put my money on, and I'm getting antsy and I want to buy something, right?
People, if there's no good deals, then your systems are still working. Don't go buy the hacked up jobs.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Like, wait. Everybody gets so anxious. They want to get a deal. Like, Jeff, any deals? Come on. Mike, any deals?
And it's fine if you make a mistake on a duplex or a triplex. It's fine because you can just hold it, keep it, rent it, and put up with the struggles because then it's just a small, tiny thing of your portfolio, right? But it's when you buy a big one. Like you buy this thing, man, your mortgages are 12 G's a month. If you can pay the 12 grand a month, but then what happens if the rate goes up by 3%? Well, now your mortgage is 13 grand a month, 14 grand, not 13, sorry, it goes from 12 to like 16, you're making 13. So what happens is then now I'm going to be sweeping the hallways. I don't want to be sweeping the hallways.
Right.
I don't want that. That's not what I want. So why make that risk and then take 1-2 steps back? Just so I can say, well, I got an extra building. Why bother? Just stay where you're at, or so you gotta. It's kind of a balance, right? So when they're asking big money, then you gotta ask yourself, how old are you? So if I'm 55 right now, this is a pretty good buy, I would say, because it's done. There's no upside, but you need upside. You're 55, man. You just want cash flow, and you want just to pay the mortgage down. So it's the old theory of it pays for itself, so I'm going to buy it. Okay, well this is what this is. So buy it. But I don't want to do that. I want to have some lift. Right? I want some lift. I want something that I can have some value.
You want the next one too, right?
Yeah.
Are you using all your own money, or are you using besides the banks?
Yeah. So I'm a big VTB guy. Like I like you to hold some money because one is if you're going to sell me something and you're going to give me a VTB, then the hope is that the skin that you put into the game, you're not selling me a piece of shit. That's one of my characteristics. The other characteristic is I don't want to pony up, well in this case it's 3.3 mil, I'm going to have to pony up about 800K, depending on how the bank's come on appraisal. So it's going to be between $800 and $1 million. Would you put $1 million of your own cash? So I mean, we're in a tax rate of 35%, let's say in Canada now. I've got to come up with, I've got to really make almost $2 million to put money in this. And that will make 100K, it'll take 20 years. So you're going to put 20 years of not eating to put in this building to have and pay top dollar. Kind of dangerous, right? So I have to take it. So VTBs are important. You want top dollar? The sellers have to do VTBs. They just have to. Mm-hmm. It's only when you get it cheap you're not getting VTBs. So that's the story on that. So.
All right, sellers, take note.
Take note. Okay, so we'll go check out the other building. The other one I own, that's 36 units. What I paid for it, how I got it, the same sort of spiel. So let's go check it out.
All right, let's go.
So thanks for watching, guys. So Harley and I were wondering, do you guys like big properties like that, or do you just do a lot of small properties, single family, smaller multifamily, or are you stepping it up to the level and buying big properties like that? Let me know down in the comment section. I know Matt McKeever and we're looking at bigger developments right now, so this is something we're interested in. This is why we've been talking to Mike, so let me know. Hit me up. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and smash that like button. See you guys.